So I decided to make this video because I don't always have the opportunity to talk to parents face to face and tell them what our Evergreen Parenting Course is all about. Now, if you as a parent would go and buy a Kinder Joy egg, there will be instructions telling you exactly how to put that toy together. But the day you had your kids, there were no manual and no instruction. Now, fortunately, we have the Bible as a guide, and we have the internet and social media, books, CDs, DVDs, courses, and then the most common, friends and family. But we don't always know what's right and what's wrong, what's just a fact, or what's a fact and what's just an opinion, and what really works. So we wanted to put a manual together that you as a parent can say, once I've done this course, I will know how to parent. And I will know how to take this knowledge and implement it because it's practical. Let me give you an example. We all know that authority is important and you need to have authority. But if you don't have authority at home, you talk and no one listens. It feels like you don't have respect from your kids. What do? So we have a wall of authority with 12 building blocks, stuff that you need to put in place and understand so that you can have the authority you want as a parent. If you look at rules, we all know that you need to have house rules. Okay, so how many rules? How do I teach even a 3-year-old and help them remember the rules? And that is what we are going to teach you during the course. This is how my house rules looks like at home. It is umbrella because umbrella represents protection. That's why we have rules. Now we only have 5 rules. And those 5 rules cover every single rule that you can think of. Now kids will rather have 5 rules. That's easy to remember because if they're young, you use pictures to help them remember what the rule is all about, to help them buy into the rules, to help them to be positive about rules. Now, if the rules is on the wall, everyone can see it, everyone is aware of it, and that means the rules is for everyone, not just the kids, but everyone that's part of that family. Or if someone visits, they fall in under those rules. Now we're going to talk about different things and discuss different things during the course. And parents are usually not so happy about the fact that the discipline is going to be discussed at the end of the course. But there's a reason for it. Because before you can discipline with compassion, you need to have a lot of things in place and understand a lot of things regarding parenting. Because parenting is like a puzzle with a lot of puzzle pieces. And all the puzzle pieces needs to be there for you to have this parenting completed. So before you can parent, there must be rules. I'm just going to light out a few things we're going to discuss, not everything. There will be rules. We will talk about norms and values because that's a starting point. Different parenting styles because we don't parent the same. Different types of temperaments. And by saying that, we are not labeling your child because each child is unique. But you need to know what your child is, and there's not just 4 temperaments and 4 options. We have combinations of temperaments when we discuss your child's temperament. We know the characteristic of each child, how they learn, how they experience life, what their challenges is, what their strong points are. So you need to know who's your child and who are you as a parent. Now, if you look at authority, you need to have the authority in place. You need to know in which phase your child is so that you know what to expect from your child during that phase he or she is in. Now, when you discipline, you are discipling your child. And when you disciple, You need to have that long-term vision or perspective of your child. We're not just growing up our kids and parenting them to be good and to make us happy and proud. We are growing up and parenting someone's parents, mom or dad, one day. Someone's employer or employee. Someone's husband and wife. So that's why it's so important to take this task and this role of a parent so serious. Now, if you have all of those things in place and you understand a lot of things around parenting, and I've just discussed a few things, you will understand that you can't talk to your child as a good or naughty child. Because what is good really and what is naughty really? Some behavior of children isn't naughty because it is done purposefully, but you can't just leave it. Otherwise, the problems and the challenges later is going to be a lot worse than it's going to be now. So if you realize that there is 8 different types of misbehavior, you will realize that 3 punishments that most households have is not enough to make sure that you have your child's behavior under control and all sorted out. And for every single misbehavior, there is an action, what you should do. Now, let me give you one example. One of the 8 misbehaviors is attention-seeking behavior. Now, when I tell people how I manage that, I manage to teach my children not to chip in when I'm talking to someone else, they say, I've tried everything, it doesn't work. But I will teach you exactly what to do so that your child will not chipping in when you are talking to someone else, whether it's on the phone or whether it's in person. And it's a practical thing and it works. Now, we want to educate and equip parents. And we want you as a parent to go out and have the confidence to say, I'm the parent, God gave me that responsibility. I know how to do it. I have a support system that's going to help me along the way. And I have the guide. And this guide is going home with you as a parent. It is the workbook that is 90% completed. So there's not going to be a lot of writing. But if you like making notes, there's a lot of space to make notes. So we want you to be educated, to have the opportunity to look at parenting and say, I know how to do it, I'm confident, I know how to make it practical so that there's going to be a difference after I've implemented what I've learned. Now, our courses are in Afrikaans as well as in English. We have facilitators and consultants nationwide, and there's even countries overseas where we also have facilitators and consultants. So you just need to make that choice of saying, I'm going to set out the time and the money to make this a priority. Because don't wait until you're sitting with your head in your hair or your hands in your hair and say, I have a problem and my child is out of control. The best time to do the parenting course is before you feel overwhelmed. But if you're a parent and you're out there and you're overwhelmed, then I really, really want to encourage you and say, there is a lifeline. And this lifeline is out there.